There's something on a syntax from your side there.
Okay, you can see my screen right now.
Yeah, it's coming.
Okay. So I ran the code and I got into an error because I'm not just running it just to run it to build the the whole. I'm also trying to understand the code and I'm getting it more better. It's getting more explanatory to me because I'm also watching other people coding on Aiken because I watched.
Yeah.
Currently, I'm watching a video on one guy that's doing something very similar. This
the unit assets with our mint redeemer. And because we haven't done it already, we're going to go up to the top and just add this unit, which is 2 unit.
So this a guy, he's doing something very similar. And this is the one that is close to what I'm doing.
Okay.
So now we got that in place, we can move on. We can move back to the validators. We're going to do
it very fast. This I can't learn with this.
Yeah.
But I'm actually grabbing one or two from what you are teaching me and
yes,
from what he's doing. I'm now getting it a bit. Not very much, but at least he's not alien to me like before anymore. So
yeah, that is the purpose of Coxygen. Coxygen is a one-on-one walkthrough. You won't feel the pain that others are going through because we discuss, we discover together, we learn new things together.
yeah. So
all right, I think what we can do to check when you are running this code, this one is the gift.
The gift,
yeah, on Aiken. Did you copy all the code? You were copying code from the example.
No. I was following the example and I was coding it step by step. As they were giving me, I was coding. I can go back there to show you
All right.
how.
Let us first look at the debug message.
Okay, let's look at the debug message. Okay,
yes,
I think
that is very important because I see two red dots. There is a first one on top which says, I couldn't find any Aiken dot turmoil.
No. I was trying to build on the wrong file.
All right, can you clear this console and then build from scratch? You can delete, have one console and then clear so that
okay, let me delete both
delete
consoles.
that one.
Let me now enter
for that one,
Gift, because I was in the wrong file and I was supposed to enter into this file. This is where I was supposed to build from. This is where the thumbnail file is.
Okay.
Let me now run Aiken. So this is
okay. So now we've got an error Aiken parser. So which means it's a token. A parser is just a syntax error.
Okay, just a syntax error.
All right, now let's read because this tells you what is wrong. So while passing files, I found an unexpected token which is equal.
Yes.
Where was this? It was on the file oneshot.ak number line 27.
Okay.
Column 1. So go to that 27.
This is it.
Yes. Do you see that column 27? Because remember, using Aiken, you split it into two lines, but it is saying 27. And then a line 27 is showing a list. Okay, list any inputs, fn input. And then we have got, I think the list any, see the brackets, input dot output reference is equal to output reference. Then we have got amount equals this. and then you have got Ben. So there it is saying that amount equals syntax error warning. Try removing it. Do you see that? That is their suggestion. Try. Let's first see the logic there that you are trying to do before you remove or do anything there.
Okay.
Let me ask you one question.
Okay, sir.
When the redeemer is a mint,
Yes, this
so
redeemer.
it's gonna execute that line
Yes.
and branch out.
Yes.
If it is a ban, it's gonna execute that amount, that
You know,
line.
you told me a minting is just addition and burning is subtraction. Like you told me there was a time you told me that.
Yes. When you add a negative, it's gonna what? It is going to ban the token.
Okay.
All right. Where you copied this code
I should go back.
onto the documentation where you copied that line list.n.
Let me quickly go there.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now this is it. Okay, no, this is for the second validator. Let me go to the first validator. Let me go to the first validator. Okay, yes, this is it. So, this is where. Okay, now this is. Sorry.
Mhm.
Let me quickly. This is where this is the place we are having the error. So the instruction here is at this point, we have all data we need to perform the final check for the mint action. For this validator to succeed, we need to ensure that the UTXO reference parameter equals one of the inputs in the transaction. In addition to this, we need to ensure amount is equal to 1 because we are minting an NFT. For fun, we will check that asset name is equal to token name from the parameters. So what we are doing here is, like they said here, we are, for this validator to succeed, we need to ensure that the UTXO reference parameter equals 1 of the inputs in the transaction. So they're just trying to check is the UTXO reference, is it equals to 1 of the inputs of the redeemer in the transaction? I think you understand it better. So then they now said, in addition,
Your code is, I think, got your code.
okay, are you seeing a problem with mine? Let me quickly go. I think I made a syntax error.
On your code there, the first thing that I see that is different there is there are curly brackets that are missing.
Oh,
Go
3
back
brackets.
to the other where you copied from, where you were following.
Okay.
Do you see mint arrow, open curly bracket?
Oh, okay.
Look at yours.
Yes.
Hmm.
Jesus. Kai.
Try that. Put the open.
It's true, it's true, it's true,
Yeah.
it's true, it's true, it's true.
To see that.
So it will needs to close. What is the function of this arrow?
That one, remember, it is an expression.
Okay.
The mint, you execute that expression, but that expression is gonna resolve to true or false. The last line there where you say amount is equal to 1 and asset
Yes.
name is equal to token name
Yeah.
is a return statement.
Yeah, yeah, I
End of
remember.
the mint. So that one is gonna return true or false.
Yes.
So the arrow is just like it's going to implement this expression. The mint is
Okay.
gonna implement the expression. Is it same
Oh,
as equals to?
yeah.
I think it is equal to that implementation. All right,
Okay,
now let's test.
this mean is equals to this implementation. Okay. Okay.
Yes, that expression.
Yeah, yeah. I think
Yes.
I need to do it here too.
Check the next one. For now, let us test one. You can take out that pen. Let's test one
Let me build it again.
and build it again.
It's telling me to an unknown module list.
List. You see now, the error is changed.
You were telling
Can
me
you
about it.
clear your console? I just want to be sure that other one is resolved. I think that one is resolved.
Let me clear my
Yeah,
console.
yeah, type clear there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then run it again. All right, you see that one is resolved
Yes.
because now we have a different error now.
Yes.
Which is, if we listen, says, while trying to make sense of your code, I stumbled upon a reference to an unknown module list.
Wow.
Remember, like the dictionary, we had to import it, which is a module. So here it says unknown list. So go to your example, look at the imports.
Oh
You
yes.
see that? That is what you skipped. Copy that.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes. 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 It's true. I did not see it.
That is why I started spending time on the modules
The
that
modules for me. Hey.
yes, that is, you see, for me, I will tell you one thing. What I am driving you to, I know there are some challenges we are going to face ahead. If, for example, I don't explain the libraries this smart contract relies on, it is relying on the dictionary, the list, and the transaction and the value. So you need to know those ones.
Yes.
Right. Let's
Now
check.
have to define
Now it's another one. Do you see
yeah.
here is a different one?
It's entirely different.
Yes. While trying to make sense of your code, I found a reference to an unknown variable. This one, you see, it is an unknown variable.
Yeah.
He said, let transaction, then you were destructuring. I see two dots. Are they not supposed to be three? I don't know. We'll check. Equals transaction, unknown variable. They've even underlined it for you. It
Yes.
says unknown variable, right? Remember, what is on the right must be one of the parameters supplied. Let's go to your code. Where did you get that transaction from?
Okay. Let me
Which
go.
is line what? Go to that line, which is on, what line did it say?
41. 41. It is
Line 41, right? Do you see that on this validator, transaction is not one of the parameters?
yes.
Go to the top validator.
The top validator.
Yes.
Oh,
Do you see you have destructured transaction from context?
yes.
Yes. Let me check there. Yes, you've got ticket name, you've got UTX or ref, and then you on the gift card, you'll see the CTX, which is a script context, is a variable there. So you copy that let's go down here to the second validator.
Okay.
On the second validator, there's some things you have got. Function redeem. Yes, you see that TX.
Yes.
Yes, the next line you destructure the TCTX.
Okay, I'm supposed to destructure the GCTS. Let me quickly
And get the transaction.
let me just
Copy that line.
yeah.
Copy that line. That is the line that you skipped. Now, transaction script purpose are coming from what? CTX, and CTX is a parameter there, which is of a type script context. Okay, good. And then now we can say let transaction, then a mint, and then we've got a transaction, then we are using that, which is there. Now, build and run.
Okay, let me clear this.
Can a build?
Oh,
yeah, okay.
clear.
All right, now it's a warning. So
There's
all
no
errors are gone. A warning, remember, it won't
but they are
crash
saying
your
I don't
program.
use
It means
I
it's
think
resolved now.
purpose.
So the warning now, let's cater for it. Because the warnings normally deal with memory usage, declaring variables that we are not using. So you simply have to take out. I came across purpose. Purpose, yeah, remove that purpose there. Remember, you copied transaction.
I did.
Purpose, we are not using purpose, so take it out on your code.
Hello.
On your code.
Oh, sorry. my I muted my system. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
By
Yes.
mistake, I touched mute.
You see line 41. Take
Yes.
out purpose.
Okay.
And then that, yeah. So that one is because now you are declaring a variable you are not using. So it's just a warning. Then clear build again so that you remove the warning and you are clear. All right, now we get on to something here. While trying to make sense of your code, I saw one field in a context where there should be two. Okay. Context is expecting two fields. All right. Okay. Leave that purpose back.
Okay, I think it's supposed to collect more than one because
Yes.
in Aiken they like collecting two parameters instead of one in both functions and many of their stuff.
Remember when I was showing you the script context from the documentation, it has got two constructors. One is transaction and the other one is script purpose.
Yes.
You can go back and refer.
Let me quickly go. I think it was in
There is transaction.
Okay, it was in transaction, yes.
Transaction, yes.
Yes, so let me quickly go to script.
You see this tab, you can go to the, you see, there it is.
Okay, yes, the purpose
Okay,
must be
script
there.
purpose.
But you can assign it to an empty like they suggested. But you can also leave it.
Go under types. Under types there, go back to your menu there on your documentation.
Okay, on the documentation.
Then types, select script context type.
Script context, okay.
Yeah. All right, here we have it. I want you to see the constructors. Script context, you see, you always need a what? A transaction and a what? A purpose. That is why we had that warning. But I think at some point in time that purpose must be used. But for now, leave it like that and build your code.
Okay.
It will have that warning, that one warning, which is fine. And then
Yes.
from here, I think you can carry on with your documentation and your lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Now
My man. Yeah.
I'm happy now. At least I have a working on-chain code. So my biggest problem now is this on-chain code. Now I now know what it does. It's just the logic of the whole stuff. I think where
Yeah.
there is kind of the main coding is going to be on Aiken, right?
Okay. What is your question?
Yeah. My question is now. So this is going to be the code that's going to
On-chain.
that's
That
going to
one
go.
is the on-chain code.
The off-chain code, what is now the relationship between this and the Lucid code I'm going to write later on?
Right. The on-chain code is for the user to interact with the on-chain code. The off-chain will allow the user to interact with the off-chain, with the on-chain code. Like on the on-chain code here, you have got actions like ban, mint. Remember, it is a user who's gonna minting tokens. So the user from a wallet is just gonna trigger an event of minting and sign the transaction and send it to the blockchain. When it gets to the blockchain, it will get to the validator. Then the validator is just gonna check the redeemer action, which is the mint, and then it will branch to that validator, and then it will mint a token.
Okay.
Otherwise, if there is no off-chain, then your smart contract is not gonna run. It will just
No.
stay there on the blockchain.
Okay. Now I let me just quickly maybe I'm having a problem with the Dino. I was trying to run this and I encountered a very big problem.
Let's put that on another time.
Okay. I think
So that when we do the other part, we deal with it separately.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just
All right. I can give you a small task to do.
Okay.
Because by getting that thing to run, it doesn't mean now you know how to develop a
Yeah. I don't.
Yes. So now we want to move you into a point where you can create a separate smart contract. There's
Okay.
a lot of information on the smart contract there. Go back to code you created, this one, which is there, which you still need to understand.
Yes, I still need to.
You get my point? My suggestion is go through the documentation on Aiken and learn all the types and the modules for building a smart contract.
Okay.
So that you see here, you are only dealing with a very simple example where you mint and then you ban.
Yeah.
There are other examples on Cardano for vesting where you lock funds, then after some time, someone unlocks funds.
Yes.
You can avoid. So there are different use cases. You must be able to branch into any different use cases
Yeah.
to do that. So there are two things for me that maybe you can spend maybe 2-3 hours on. The first one, you need to know the syntax for Aiken.
Okay.
So, and what I like with these domain-specific languages, they are very small.
Okay.
What you are learning is very small. That's why you're going to find that documentation shorter, but it's a little bit abstract.
Yeah.
So take it care. So once you have gone through the documentation, Aiken types and also their constructors, their functions. The moment you see a type transaction, immediately you must know what are the constructors for this transaction.
Yes.
And then moment you see a module, what are the members of the module, or what I call the functions?
Functions in that model, yes.
Yes. How is it going to help you? Then you'll be able to decide which module to import, which one not to import. And the module that you are importing, you might not need everything on the module. It might have 16 or 169 different members. So you have to select the certain types that you, or classes, or
Yes.
data structures that you need to use. Remember what I told you. When you are developing a smart contract, there are two most important things. The first most important thing is your code must be small.
Yeah.
The bigger your code, the more fees you are going to pay.
Wow.
Again, it must be fast. So the smaller it is, and then it's gonna be efficient also. And then the second or the third most important thing is security. The moment there is a security loophole, unfortunately, that smart contract is gonna bleed funds to hackers, and you can't stop it. All right. I've mentioned about going through the documentation and learning the modules and the types of IK. Don't rush to go to the off-chain.
Okay, okay.
And then here, the second part after, let's say, you've gone through, even when you are going through here, you must add testing. At the moment, you are not testing this code. You are running it and relying on the debugger to pick up syntax errors. And yet you are writing a smart contract, which is a serious form of an app, because it's going to run on an environment where you can't stop it. So my suggestion is, immediately as you start building this validator code, add testing. Go to the documentation, ask, how do I test my code? How do I create test cases? You know, test-driven development.
Yes, yes.
Yes. That one is, and then I prefer do that on-chain coding and also write test cases.
Okay.
And then that is very key.
Okay, sir.
All right.
Thank you very much. I'll go through this now.
Thank you, Augustine. I really appreciate your effort.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Good night.